Folks. So this video is for Dale and Kevin specifically. Okay, so they are claiming now that they are going to take my book and they're going to start distributing copyright material for free because they believe that my book is a conspiracy. They got their tinfoil hats on and they believe it's a conspiracy, and because if it's a conspiracy, they're allowed to break the law. And I was texting with someone today. I just posted it in my post, and I was like, I wonder what it's like to be factually inaccurate about everything all day long. Because I've just watched this Kevin guy. His posts are inaccurate. Imagine this, Dale and this other guy, they criticized my pink robe. He criticized how the spacing in my book wasn't correct. In fact, let me see if I can find, this is the first model of my book right here. You want something to criticize? Criticize the man in the arena who didn't sign with a publishing company, owns the copyright to this book. See this? You guys know computer tricks, so you should be able to, I own the copyright, and this was my first model. This was my first model. I was literally printing pages and cutting them. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm waiting for somebody to criticize the words. The actual words in the book. You know, this guy, he just criticized the word neutral reinforcement because supposedly he's been a dog trainer and he's never heard this term before. And he thinks he's 8 by making fun of the term neutral reinforcement. It's literally on Google. You literally just have to Google the term neutral reinforcement. And you will find it. Very first page. He didn't even, before he made this whole art project, he didn't even have the brains to Google something, to fact check his own criticism. So do you really think he read the book? He has this Kevin guy, he has this fantasy in his mind. I picture a guy who's about 5'3". His political affiliation is QAnon. He loves Andrew Tate videos. And he thinks that if he sets up these Tinder dates, he's going to take these women out for coffee. And he's going to say, oh, you know, the dog thing, it's his hook. You know, and he's going to say, oh, I'm a dog guy. And she's going to go, oh, cool. Yeah, I got a business. Da-da-da. She's going to go to his website, go to his Facebook, and see that he has 0 reviews. I have been on the internet doing an online business for a month, and I already have more followers than him. I have more likes than him. And Kevin has 0 reviews. Now, if you go to his Tibetan.net website, you'll see 35-star reviews. But this is a grown man who's been on planet Earth for, I don't know, 35, 40 years. And on his own business Facebook page, his own friends and family will not comment and say that he's legitimate. There's 0 reviews. Same thing with Dell. Dell talking about all these fake accounts. Then he brought the shit to Facebook and he found out, and he ended up having to ban people because, you know, you fuck around and you find out. And that's what we've been seeing. So absolutely, you want to say that if you want to distribute copyrighted material and you and Dale want to go from censoring and banning comments to now you're these censorship, don't ban me queens, but now you're claiming you're going to steal someone else's speech and distribute that. I say go for it because you're a broke bitch and I have nothing to gain from that, and you're not going to stop this. I'm in flea markets. I just put 2 more bookshelves and pet spas. You're never going to stop this. The attention that you're getting right now is the most attention you're ever going to get. I got on YouTube last year for like 2 months, and I already got a podcast on Robert. I dragged him for 2.5 hours. You guys are using my clips because you don't have the language. You don't even know what neutral reinforcement is. So you don't have the language to actually trap somebody in a conversation. I do.
I don't care if it's purely positive reinforcement balance. They're all saying the same thing. Shut down behaviors. Stop the behaviors. You can do it in 15 minutes using a treat or a tool. This is all suppression of behaviors, and suppression of behaviors is going to lead to control and management and euthanasia. All they're doing, when trainers and owners are providing negative consequence, it's you that's providing a negative consequence to the dog. You're creating, the quadrants are creating this little world of positive reward and punishment for the dog to operate and condition themselves to. I don't provide negative consequence. I want the dog to experience positive consequence due to their choice. And once that happens, now you have the dog is learning on their own. They're not being punished. When you apply negative consequences, you're punishing the dog, and it doesn't work.
Then why on Tank do you have 2 leashes and one of them's an aversive tool? And that's just what we're seeing on YouTube. And you didn't even post the whole video.
That was a long time ago.
That was
quite a long time ago. Okay.
But you're saying, but you're making this. I never do this, and that sounds like you're Jesus Christ here. But as a behaviorist, there's certain things.
The owner requested that I double leash the dog just in case because she is so scared. If you notice, I'm only using.
You're responding to a scared owner. I wouldn't. You don't know. Hey, listen, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Relax. Why are you responding to a scared owner?
First of all, you're calling yourself a behaviorist. What makes you a behaviorist? The thing of it is, from my perspective, once a solid relationship is built and once that trust and respect exists, guess what? There's no more problems.
So because you don't have the language, you clip me up and you use me to speak for you. Both you and Dale do that. And then you go in the comments and call me a fraud. And you're clipping me up. So this Kevin guy, he has this fantasy in his head that he's going to take these women out on coffee dates and they're going to be like, oh my God, you're such an alpha dominance guy. And then they're going to realize, they're going to click on his YouTube channel and go, wait a minute, who is this? You're claiming you're going to take some guy's book, you're going to distribute it and be a volunteer for him for free? Who's the author of the book? Who's the author? Who's the guy who wrote do you understand? Do you understand that you're my son? I'm sonning you. And you guys are welcome to download whatever you want. Here's the thing. If you really had something to say, you would say it. There's 30 steps. Descriptions, links. We got other people involved. So I said, go for it. You know, you're going to find out what neutral reinforcement is when your whole personality is criticizing me and I won't pay attention to you anymore.
Kevin and the Merry Bunch, this will be the last video I ever do for you because I'll be cleaning all your shit off and you're going on ignore. And that's going to really piss you off. I can't wait to see the result of that. So from now on, you're on ignore. Have a good night.
Because at 20 subscribers, I just shook a stick at the algorithm and I've got 5 or 6 grown men, fully grown men, obsessed with daddy. And it feels great. And I love it. Okay? So there we go. This is what it's called. This is what it's like being dog walked by another man. You guys I've only been on the internet for 2 weeks, 20 subscribers, and I'm already getting these grown men in their feelings feeling emotional. So yeah, go ahead and distribute a book that you didn't work for. You didn't work for this. And you know, you're not the first person that you like. Okay, so there you have it, folks. And this is neutral reinforcement. Dale, you guys will never ever get a response out of me. My people aren't going to talk to you. This is the biggest thing that's ever going to happen in your life. And our channels will all be monetized. We'll still have our books and spas no matter how much free labor you give to me, Kevin. Okay, you're not going to get acknowledgement from me. You'll never get me on a podcast. You'll never get me on an email. You just ruined a business relationship, trying to be just being jealous. I mean, I'm sorry. My mom used to tell me all the time growing up, like, she used to say that person they're acting that way because they're jealous of you, Dan. And you have to know that. And I do know that. I'm very aware. And it is sad that, you know, I go to my community, I go to the dog training community and I say, hey, I have a book here. I think it's pretty solid for behavior modification. And nothing but my own community is jealous. They're mad. They don't want to hear from me. They will stick their nose up and pretend I don't exist. But guess what? There's one man in the arena while Kevin and Dale and Robert throw their tomatoes about with the man in the arena. It's facts. I can box. I can fight. I've trained with the best fighters. I can do it. I can write a book. I can train dogs. Okay? because I don't spend all my time thinking that I'm a genius because I'm going to question Edward Thorndike and make my whole... So I can move on and I continue to learn new things. And this is why within a 24-hour period, I can accomplish more than you. I work harder than you. I'm obsessed. I'm passionate. You can't stop this. You can't stop the people behind it. Okay? So I just want to let you guys know that. I love the entertainment. I love waking up and seeing Dale. I had this whole South Park episode running in my head of like Dale and Kevin and Robert all getting together at like a coffee shop. This actually isn't my idea. It's in the group chat. But it's like we had this whole cartoon going on in our head of they're at a group chat. They met up for coffee and then they just sit at home all day and troll YouTube. So there you have it, folks. Hey, listen, I appreciate it. Listen, Kevin has proven that he doesn't read books. He doesn't know basic terms and definitions. And, you know, hey, if you're a girl and he took you out on a Tinder date and you're watching him obsess over another grown man, there you have it, folks. If that's the guy you want to recreate with and reproduce with, a man who's obsessed with another man who works for him for free, who's getting dog walked right now on the internet by a guy with less than 50 subscribers, love it. Bye, folks. Videos for the Think Like a Dog guy. I just want to let you know that this book is absolutely copyrighted. This is my name. Can you see it? You can do all kind of video tricks. You can screenshot that and see that the name is Daniel Withrow on the copyright. Okay, so if you want to distribute copyrighted material, just don't ever monetize because there's more than just me involved. And even though it might be okay with me, there are other people involved. So all I would say is you're more than welcome to do your thing. And right now you're poor and you're broke. But if you were to ever decide to monetize, there are a small group of people who would love to take everything you have when you least expect it. So if that's what you want to do, if you want to claim that my book is not copyrighted, if you want to make that claim, go for it. But I just want you to understand on a very, very deep level that if you ever do build something very nice for yourself, I will always have the power over you to take everything you have. And if you want to walk around planet Earth knowing that another grown-ass man can take everything you have, monetarily, finances, that's up to you, okay? But a lot of people, you think this is my first day on the internet. You think this is my first day on planet Earth. And I love it. All right, later. Well, hello, folks. So I'm here with my puppy here. I just want to make this video because in my last video I was talking about potty training. And my puppy here, we're doing some puppy obedience. He just pooped on the floor. And one thing you'll notice here is I'm not going to give him a reward or a correction. I'm going to consciously practice neutral reinforcement, meaning I'm not going to give him any reinforcements whatsoever because he has an associative memory. So if I give him a correction and let's say shove his face in the poop, he's not going to remember why because he has a short-term memory. So what I have to do is I have to take individual responsibility and say, well, it's my fault because I missed it. So instead, I'm just going to clean it up. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be neutral about the entire situation. And that's how it's going to go. And then next time, I'm going to try to do a better job at catching him before he does this. So this is day 0. I just got him a few hours ago, and it's super common for puppies to mess up. But it's up to me as the human to be patient, to be kind. And, you know, if I miss something because my back was turned or I wasn't paying attention, then I have to take individual responsibility and say, hey, that's my fault, and do better next time.